sick, what usually happens? You usually go to the doctor, you get a diagnosis for something. They call it disease, which disease is basically an overabundance of physical, chemical, or emotional stress. And what we want to look at with our bodies, and you can talk to your doctor, which I highly suggest, please. I'm not a doctor. I'm not diagnosing anything. I'm not prescribing anything. I'm sharing the research that I have found that has worked for me because I had stage 3 adrenal corticocarcinoma. I was diagnosed in 2014.
In your lung?
And I chose to go holistic. I did not want to do radiation therapy. I do not trust big pharma. In 2012, I got off of 22 pharmaceutical drugs. I was fully vaccinated up to age 33. So I do have this simian virus 40, which SP40. Anyone can look it up. Just Google in YouTube or YouTube search Jack Kruse, Dr. Jack Kruse. He talks about the SP40 virus. There's a video I sent to Veronica last night about it that you can share the links to the 2 videos. The other one talks with Dr. Bergman. He's reading, or he's basically talking what I'm going to read from my notes. So we're looking at the difference between genetic and genetic expression. So stress genes, basically according to the Mayo Clinic, that cancer is caused by stress. That's that C word. And I'm just going to read their definition. Cancer refers to any large number of disease characterized by abnormal cells that divide uncontrollably and have the ability to infiltrate and destroy normal body tissue. Now, since we can't control our age, we can control metabolic processes. Now, Dr. Bergman says, because the Mayo Clinic refers to that C word as something that's caused basically by stressors, well, we have 3 different ones to choose from. There's chemical. Are we on any kind of medications? Do we use any substances? Maybe caffeine, coffee, cigarettes. It doesn't matter, you know. Everybody has something. Maybe too much sugar. You can consider that as a chemical. Processed foods. So think of chemicals. Emotional. How is your emotions? Are you stressed all of the time in a state of sympathetic dominance? What that means is you're in that fight, flight, freeze, or run state. And so everybody has a point when we've all done any one of those. And so you're going to feel your adrenal glands upregulate, and that's when you get cortisol and adrenaline. Sorry, I'm really shaking right now. I'm trying to but that keeps you in that heightened state. And unfortunately, we're not like other animals that can just go back to grazing and be fine. And so if we're in those heightened states, that puts us in emotional stress. Physical stress could be maybe you're working too many hours, you're not able to sleep, you're not able to afford a healthy diet. That's very real right now for a lot of people. I actually have a colleague at work that was very ill today. I'm very worried about for very similar reasons. And so what we can control is we can control our nutrition. We can control lifestyle. We can control what we're smoking. Now, if you really look at tobacco, and remind me, Veronica, maybe take some notes while we're doing this. I'll send a link or the thing that Cheryl Lee Arbogast, she's one of my amazing nurses that I work with. She sent this. It's from Frontline Doctors, and it's a detox for the thing that everyone was tried to be forced to get. Okay. And that doesn't just work on that one, it also works on other ones because I've been working on detoxing my own that stuff damage because I have had that damage being, poked. So we can also look at, what kind of medications are you on? I was on 22. So what I did was I worked with my doctor and I said, which 5 to 10 drugs can I eliminate from my diet right now or my routine right now and not have problems? And then the rest of them, how do I step down? And he says, well, why would you do that? Well, they made me feel worse. I had cancer. I was sick. I was lethargic. I felt like if you've ever had an insulin dump in the body from maybe eating too much sugar or something and you crash, if you're not diabetic, it's a feeling to where basically your arms and legs feel very, very weak and lethargic. You feel like you're like just in distress. And that's what I felt like all the time. So he said, well, I wouldn't suggest you do it, but if you taper them off and reduce the amount each week. So I listened, and several of the heavy ones I had to do 3 times a day. And so I put them to twice a day for a week. And then I went to one day or once a day a week. And then I cut them in half. And then I quartered them. And then I did it to where I was doing every other day and then every 3 days until I finally went, I'm done. And I had to detox. I had a lot of problems because I did have fibromyalgia, which Cheryl's heavy metal detox helped with. But I'm also going to show you this one. You can't use this if you have amalgam fillings. You have to get the fillings out first. I'm trying to, sorry, I just want to make sure that it shows up in the video. So I'm not an affiliate of this. I would like to be. I just don't know how to do it just because I endorse this. This masterpiece, I've been really struggling with 25 ppm of,
No, I'm sorry. Could you just hold that up closer to the camera? Because I didn't.
sorry, the masterpiece, with aluminum in my urine. And so I was looking for my test strips to show you guys. I thought I brought them out. So this is the detox. It tastes disgusting, guys. I think it tastes like sewer water, but this is the best damn sewer water I've had. I'm noticing that my tremors are getting less. I was getting to the point that it was like Parkinson's. Now I'm sharing you my medical history right now, how I've been feeling this past couple years. So, this isn't, I'm diagnosing anybody. This is what I'm doing with my nurse, who is qualified, very highly qualified. Dr. Young, by the way, is in prison for this stuff. They basically claim he was practicing medicine without a license, which is horseshit. He's healing people. So this is I put 5 drops under my tongue twice a day. It actually tastes like seawater. This is the zeolates. Now all of these are third-party tested. Part of the problem that I did last year, I did a heavy metal cleanse and I got generic stevia, or not stevia, chlorella, excuse me. I did stevia for another thing. Chlorella, and I didn't realize it had aluminum in it. And so I got between that and what's been in the air and everything, like I said, I was urinating 25 ppm. So I was having brain fog. I was struggling remembering things. Everything was getting bad. And I was starting to feel like I did getting close to that C word. Now, going back to what Dr. Bergman's talking about on the body, detoxing is a big part of it. Only a small portion of cancer or the C word happens because of an inherited condition. Now, this is according to Mayo Clinic. And so that means that most of us are not necessarily going to get it. He even goes on to talk about tumors in the body. Most people get them. So think about if any of you guys have ever had an old dog and it falls down the stairs and gets bruises, you notice that it gets bumps. So those are little tumors, but they aren't necessarily going to be cancerous. And so they would be basically called benign or non-cancerous. So those things would absorb in the body. The body does that all the time. We have tumors that we absorb, reabsorb, we create because of stress. Like I said, Dr. Bergman goes into it. It's an excellent talk. That's the one that I sent you last night. The first video, it's first of 3. And I highly suggest anybody that really wants to deep dive into this subject, do it. Like I said, I followed his advice. His research is phenomenal. He used to teach doctors to become doctors. He was teaching anatomy, physiology. He's a chiropractor. This man is a genius. He is 100% qualified. And it took me about 90 days and I was cancer free. That's amazing. And so the detoxes is what he goes into. Dr. Bergman will teach you about how to detox your body because cancer lives in an alkaline, or excuse me, an acidic environment. We want to get our body alkaline. So that's part of what detoxing is doing. If you crave sugar and crave carbs, you just do a parasite cleanse. That's all I can say is that's what I do, because I notice if I start getting like, ooh, that ice cream sounds good, I'll take that. I'll take the Mectins and I take the Fembens. I rotate both of them. I take them prophylactically, which means preventatively. I take them about once a month unless I start getting cravings. And then what I'll do is I'll do the Mectin protocol, which I'll send you that as well. I'll just send you the whole detox thing that Cheryl has sent me. This is from Frontline Doctors. These guys know what they're talking about. Thank you so much, Soma, for showing that.
Thank you.
Let's see. So part of what he teaches you, Dr. Bergman, which I learned and I carry on to these, to today, because we're hit. Any of us that have been in the programs and that are targeted individuals that have Havana syndrome, we all know it's bullshit. It's directed energy weapons. So we're not sick. We're being hit by basically microwaves. And so if you think you put your chicken in a microwave, it's going to get hot and cook. Well, they put the microwaves on us and it makes us hurt and crowd control and everything. So anyway, strengthening the body helps with that. The EMF stuff helps. I'm going to show you guys a set of things that I take for myself. But strengthening the body, when you build tissue faster than you break it down, that is health, right? So the opposite would be if you can't build the body or it slows down, then that's oxidative stress. And oxidative stress causes dis-ease or disease. And so with that chemical or emotional or physical, I want to look at the chemical again and mix it with the physical. We want to think about parasites. Every one of us throughout our lives we're introduced to something that could have a parasite potentially. And so we want to do those cleanses, like with what Soma was showing on there. Mold, that's another cleanse that I need to do really soon. I'm looking at the black mold protocols. Heavy metals, I need to finish that one before I start the mold. So the Master Restore and the Masterpiece is what I showed you. Excuse me. Gerson therapy is part of what I did. It was on my own, just with research. My dad actually suggested I do it. He just recently retired. He still has an active license because he does at-home calls, but from the office, he retired. He is, a doctor of osteopathy. He's no longer an orthopedic surgeon because he's unable to do surgeries because of his eyes and hands. But the Gerson therapy is really cool. It was actually discovered during, I think, World War I. And they actually talk about how they used coffee as enemas on accident. What happened was they had a big influx of injured soldiers, and so they were doing the enemas before the surgery and noticed that they run out of clean water, so they used coffee. They noticed that the soldiers that had the coffee enemas were healing faster, and so they were trying to figure out what was going on. What the coffee does in the colon, if you can hold it, you want to purge everything. So like bring in a little bit, and then you evacuate, make sure that, you know, any stool is let out, and then allow the water to go out. And then slowly I'll bring it in and I'll just kind of massage a counterclockwise motion because you're bringing from the colon into the large intestine. And then you let it sit as long as you can for up to about 20 minutes. You're going to actually have amazing things happen with the liver. It's a big liver detox. It causes the gallbladder to purge. You'll actually hear the it's really weird, but it makes the little sound. And then purge it. You might do it on a day off or when you can rest and drink lots of liquid. That is what they suggest with this. This book, if you're going to do it, I'd say buy the book and read it. But you want to be very hydrated. You want to have plenty of minerals because it can strip you of those things. There's my neighbor's driving by, so I'm going to pause just a second.
Okay, thank you. Another good book, Mari, I don't know if you guys have also heard of it, is called
Sorry, it's really
How
kind of loud.
to Eat According to Your Blood Type.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I'm just having a hard time hearing.
No, another book is How to Eat According to Your Blood Type.
Yes. It's funny, I was thinking about the blood types too, because that's part of what I did was the DNA test. So I suggest get a DNA test to know what you're deficient in. Living DNA is the one that I went to, and they have a health panel. They do the regular ancestry panel. You don't have to do that if you're just curious about your health. They do a panel on if you have any gene mutations. I have the MTHFR gene mutations, and I also have, excuse me, elevated, I think it's called creatine kinase, which means I heal very rapidly, even though my body attacks itself, which is actually prevalent in the Nephilim. And so,
Same here.
yeah, a lot of us have that have been in the Hulk programs because we have the Nephilim DNA. And so, oh, I'll show you really quick these and then any questions after that. So I do extra fulvic minerals. I just get this from Sprouts in the natural health section. I think it was about $30 or $40. It's kind of an earthy taste, but it's really, really good for the body. And then I'll try to go through as quickly as I can, pausing, because you guys can pause the video. So magnesium glycinate I take because I sweat so much. I'm always like having twitchy muscles, but that's also a sign of aluminum toxicity, is having Charlie horse cramps in your muscles. And so that's part of what I was having. Plus I was getting ventricular contractions and my heart would slow down. I get bradycardia very easily. And so this is the symptoms that I was going through with Cheryl. Nausea, difficulties with digestion, difficulties sleeping. I eat extremely clean. And so that's knocked out of the ballpark already. I'm like, okay, clean food. Okay, what's stressing me? What's the physical stressors? And so I'm thinking, I get hit by juice. I can tell when I get the insulin dumps whenever I get hit by a dew because my adrenaline goes up and my insulin goes, and then I'm like, ugh. And so that's basically what's been going on. Astaxanthin, this is a really potent, my brain is really hurting. What do you call it?
Can you hold it up
Like,
closer?
yeah, can you see that okay?
ASTA, okay.
I'm trying to think of anti-inflammatory, but it's I'm really doing my best trying to think about, oh shoot.
I know. I
It'll
very
come
much
to me. I'm going to allow it to come. Methyl B12. So methylcobalamin, because I have MTHFR, sorry, I'm trying to hold it still. I basically go through B vitamins like jet fuel. I need to get my other one. It's a B supplement that has B1 in it. I eat apples a lot, and the apple seeds have B17 and cyanide, which there's not enough cyanide to hurt you. Oh, awesome. I love it. Yes.
I eat the apricot kernels.
The apricot kernels are so good for you. N-acetylcysteine, NAC, this is a chelator, and so it helps with chelating the metals, and this also helps with chelating graphene. Not as much as the, the Master Restore, which is, I've got to look at the ingredient. I'm really going clear. I'm clear, more and more clear, more and more clear. Monetized clinoptilite. So that is, what do you call that in normal terms? Zeolite. I'm like trying to think of the word. So the zeolite is the best chelator that Cheryl was talking about. That's why she really endorses this, and I do too. I do probiotics because with the high stress, it's hard to, make those. It's like the gut gets stressed. And so I really try to get the gut what it needs. And I do prebiotics as well, which is like sauerkraut, kimchi, any fermented things. I like a lot of kefir and yogurt, especially thick yogurt. And where I had a hysterectomy when I was 33, I don't have hormone problems with menopause because I keep my thyroid healthy, my pituitary, my adrenals as healthy as I can. The ovaries aren't the only things, and the testicles that make the sexual hormones, which, a lot of the doctors are like, oh, you have to take hormone replacement. I opted out. I tried the Premarin for about 2 months or so, and I felt terrible with it. And then when I found out that they basically keep mares believing that they're pregnant hormonally, that's torturing animals. I don't consent to that. So I chose to do it with food. So as a menopausal woman, I want to eat things that are cooling. And so I eat sweet potatoes, avocados, yogurt, which I like the thick yogurt, and I want something that's Greek because instead of adding stuff to it, it's just the milk fat and it's strained. That's why it's thinner, because they're taking the weight out of it. CoQ10 for my heart because of the heart issues that I've had. And then this I love. I take this instead of D3. If you get the measles, this is what you take. It's vitamin A. It also has fish oil, of course, being cod liver oil, and it acts the same as D3 hormone, which is really cool.
What is it? What does it
It's
say on
Arctic
top?
cod liver oil.
Arctic?
Yep. And you can actually and it was, I think, at turn of the century. This is what they treated measles with. So anybody with the scare cry on that kind of stuff, this is what you take. And that is medically documented. So I'm not giving false information.
I'm gonna read a question. Thank you, Maria. Dan says, something eating homegrown, vegan grown, using electroculture techniques, grounding antenna into the soil. Give
Oh, I love that.
bits? Yeah. Ooh, black seed oil. I have it right here. I take, where is it? Oh my gosh, where's my black seed oil? Anyway, I have it somewhere, but I have this one too, turpentine.
Oh, yes. Turpentine's a really good
I'll take
one.
a
And
shot.
so is the tonic water is really good as
Yeah.
well. This one is
Don't
great
know.
if you have any kind of herpes or cold sore like pronatally. I can't even talk. But if you're prone to any kind of herpes sores or that, what happens a lot of times, and this is true for me, I love nuts and seeds, and I eat a lot of them, and they're really high in L-arginine. But because I have an L-arginine sensitivity, it makes me break out in because I get the herpes right here, and then I get the cold sores up inside of my mouth. And so it's like nasty sores.
In the nose too. So
Yeah,
I eat a lot of almonds and nuts and all that. Is that really what it is?
I know, I love them. So I just supplement with that, and it helps keep me from doing it. I can tell if I feel like I'm getting one that I'm just low on the L-lysine. Can you see this one? This one's from Dr. Berg. He's another doctor that I love to listen to. He has great information on nutrition. And this, because I sweat so much, I work security here where I live. And so I'm outside pretty much all day for 8 hours a day because I work with law enforcement and I'm a first responder. So anybody that's worked in that kind of field, it's like really hot. So this is great. It just tastes like lemonade. But it has the calcium, iron, magnesium, chloride, sodium, potassium, and then a trace mineral complex. And it just, I feel better with it. And then of course my C. That's kind of what I take, what I do. And then of course the Mectin and the Fenben. But yeah, anybody, any questions, comments? Let's rock and
I
roll.
tell you something about is it the fenbendazole, the one that's a dog wormer? That they say that, okay.
Well, I took it with a horse paste actually, which it's not too bad. I think it was $23. But I just do like Cheryl suggested taking like a pencil eraser size.
Okay.
And so I think it's like per 100 pounds body weight.
Okay. You sent me some links and I went ahead and posted them on the chat.
Oh, awesome.
So what's her name? The artist, Sybil Haynes.
Oh, she's such a sweetheart.
So awesome. She sent me some Femendazole or whatever, and unfortunately it was expired, but she said go ahead and take it. So I took it.
Oh yeah,
prior to my
I
lung
would.
surgery in January. I took it for 3 weeks.
Wow.
But
hopefully it wasn't too crazy much, but I know like Cheryl, where she's a nurse, she's got way better research than I do. I've got medical training, but you know, she's licensed and has been practicing for quite some years. I would ask her and see just to make sure that it's not, you know, affecting your liver, your kidneys. That would be my biggest concern, that, you know, you want to talk to a medical professional just to make sure. But I would talk with someone that's more holistically minded, just because I've noticed that they're more open to things like, you know, alternatives to the harmer.
I wanted you to talk a little bit about, here's a black seed oil. I wanted you to talk to me and everybody about how you are helping me with just, just us. We were swimming in the ocean and we're like, hey, I said I have bone on bone. They want to do a full knee replacement. I said, I'm done
Oh, right.
doing procedures. And you told me to take glutathione, which I have right here. I have also, because I have some cysts in my liver and kidneys, someone told me to take marshmallow root.
Oh, I love marshmallow root. Susan has a really cool tincture that she makes that has the marshmallow root and the mullein leaf. And I've taken that one, and that's a really nice one, especially when you have like lung inflammation, because the marshmallow root helps with the inflammation with the mullein, which is a really cool combo. I really love her stuff.
You're gonna have to, I'll probably get some from you, Susan, for sure. But Susan gifted me, she's so sweet. She gifted me, thank you, Susan, 3 wise men. And it's frankincense, myrrh, and gold. Right? So I've been drinking shots of that every morning. Thank you, Susan.
It's gross, but it helps. I think that's one of the reasons I didn't die when I was under all that chaos and trauma.
Oh gosh, right?
Yeah. Because I ended up getting really ill, and I'm never sick, I heal really fast.
Another thing, real quick, that Amaria told me to get is glucosamine, chondroitin, MSM, and turmeric. And funny enough, I've been taking the MSM with the liposomal vitamin C, because that's supposedly, somebody told me that would be good, the liposomal vitamin C with the MSM combination. But I got the glucosamine, chondroitin, MSM, and turmeric. I've also been taking collagen with biotin. So I was telling Amaria too that I had problems with my thyroid. I have hypothyroidism, so I take this thyroid string every day. You were saying that.
Veronica, I'm sorry. Can you just hold that up again? The thyroid one.
Oh yeah, this one is excellent. You take 2 a day. I got this on Amazon.
Well,
the beef organs are supposed to be really good too.
Would you put it in?
My dad's the one that came up with basically the research from being a physician himself. He used to give his patients the option whenever they would come in and need a knee surgery or something. He'd say, do you want to fix it or do you want surgery? And they would be like, what? And he's like, well, you can change your lifestyle and give your body what it needs and it'll actually heal itself. And I did it with mine. My medial meniscus, it was torn. I ran cross country and just wore it out. And yeah, what I told, basically everything that Veronica was showing. And I did it. And with the bone broth, remember that because that has the collagen. But yeah, the bone broth is another good one. I took shark cartilage at the time, and I also ate the chicken cartilage and everything. And then just strengthening the gut.
Thank you. Shark, what again?
Yeah, oh, shark cartilage.
Okay. Yeah, my mom, what she does is when I had all those horrible surgeries from the cancer, she went and she got 6 of those huge beef bones that are like this, and you just boil them. I don't know how many.
Those make
Yeah.
such good soup.
Yes. And
Really good.
Maria, but when I just wanted to share with you, you're brave for doing all this. I did try a lot of stuff, ivermectin and all that stuff. I tried there was a walnut mixed with, it's a 3 combination thing: walnut, wormwood, and another thing. I'll remember. But I was
All
going to the
right.
bathroom and it looked like I was like pooping out tree logs.
Oh, it's so gross, the stuff that comes out. I had a tapeworm segment.
Yeah,
It was so gross. And there was a
it's
piece of
gross.
one, and it was like that thick, like the tapeworm piece. So, like, how long? Ew! Liver flukes,
Yeah.
whipworm, pinworm, tapeworm. What was the other one? Oh, did I say pinworm? Pinworm, hookworm, whipworm, tapeworm, and liver fluke. Yeah, I had 5 of them. Ugh. It takes time, but when you get them out, you start feeling better. Like I had this weird haziness on my left side that I was having like struggles with and with my speech center. And it's like that started to go away and started getting better. And so I'm like, what? Heck yeah. I'm sold on like what Dr. Bergman said is focusing on our metabolic selves because taking care of what we eat and everything is gonna help.
Mhm. What I find interesting is when I asked the doctor, I said, so did the lung cancer look black? Because prior to that, I had to have a biopsy. And I asked one
Mm.
of the doctors, I said, is it black? Like he was taking pieces of my lung out. He says, no, it's
Wow.
pink. Okay, pink. So then when everything was said and done, it was hell. It felt like a torpedo was shooting me, that it was stuck from the back to the front of my left boob. And it still hurts. And the other day, I had something done to me that is horrible. It's called intercostal cryo freeze ablation. So what they did is
Ooh, yeah, my
got,
ex used to get that.
yeah, 6
Did you get
needles on
it in
her.
the neck or in the
Yeah,
back?
I got 2 here for the pectorals,
Ooh,
and then I
ow.
got 30 shots in the back. 30 freaking shots. I felt every fucking pinch, man. And then when they did it, what they did is they have this blue color of I would say maybe 5 gauge, I don't know, maybe 3 inches to 6 inches round, and they put it on the needles and they attach it to this square thing. And the nurse, when the doctor says, okay, hit it, it goes, it gives you like a bunch of argon gas. Sometimes they use nitrogen, or nitric. Anyway, they used argon gas, and I was like, stop, ow, because it was like hurting my chest, my left side in my chest. I thought I was gonna die. I'm like, stop, and they're like, don't move, don't move. I was there for 2 hours and 45 fucking minutes, and
God,
the
that
same
sounds like you
doc-
were in a torture chamber.
I don't want to cry, but when I got out of there, because when I was in there, my little sister and I were like laughing, and when I got out, I couldn't even move. I was like crying, like fucking shit, these Nazi doctors, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
And
insane. I'm
I
so
was pissed
sorry you
off.
had to go through that.
Yeah, I was so mad at myself for doing that. But because they said, oh, it'll help your pain. Well, I still have pain. But when I did talk to the
If you go
oncologist,
back and do that again, Veronica.
I'm not going to do that again.
Okay.
I will never, I canceled all my doctor appointments. I'm not even gonna do a CT scan for my left lung to make sure it's clear. I know it's clear. Okay, they would have already said, hey, you
Oh
need,
yeah, you're
I
a
can't,
viewer, girl.
thank you. Because I talked to you and prior to that, I was all holistic and shit growing, you know, like when I was a teenager. Because my mom, I pretty much was like her Gypsy Rose. Her excuse, and I understand that we didn't have insurance, but that was her excuse, and I was her guinea pig. She would give me penicillin shots with the long ass needle, and it was like you know, glass. And she would just chase me around the room. She's like, "Nope, you got to have it done. You were born sick." You know, because she would hate it that I'd get bronchitis and pneumonia and all that. And she would just shoot me up with the penicillin, like I don't know how many times a year. But when I told the doctor, I said, "Hey, what did the cancer look like?" And he said, they cut it in half, and when they cut it in half, it was a cream color, and it looked like a star with all these little tentacles trying to grab onto my whole lung. And it started with the nebula. And I'm like, okay, did it have to do with me smoking Native American organic cigarettes? And he said, no. You have adenocarcinoma stage 1A, which is the fastest growing cancer. You need to get it out. And then I was told stories by another doctor that it was a male patient saying that, you know, because it was a female doctor, he didn't want to get the surgery. So he waited 3 months, and then the cancer got bigger. And he waited another 3 months, and the cancer was all over his body. Now, I did everything that I could to save my ass. But and even this lady that I had a show with said that the Replica app was saying that if I stopped talking about SSP and what happened to me, that they would remove the cancer from me. Okay? Well, I'm not going to stop talking. And we're not either. That's why we wear these ridiculous hats that have the EMF protection, because they're always fucking bombarding us. They bombarded me with leg cramps 2 days ago, all night long. I know Amaria and Susan and other people got bombarded and hit too at the conference, but I didn't like the fact that people would say to me, oh, you know what, it's because you haven't tried this and you haven't tried that. I tried everything that I could. I tried everything. However, I did the surgery that took the lymph nodes. I'm clear, knock on wood. And I don't want anything to do with Big Pharma anymore. And I thank you guys for listening and being on the show to talk to people about what happens. You know, and I'm just gonna say this and end, and then you guys can ask Amaria questions. But I'll just say Dr. V as in Victor is best friends. And this is intel from a best friend of mine. Dr. V is best friends with the mayor of Hawaii. They were in charge of promoting the thing that just happened in 2020, okay, and the baby Jabberwocky. On the 19th of August on 2024, her words were, Dr. V pulled the rug from under us, and we were left with no money. Because when he was like, hey, how does it sound, you guys making tons of money? Okay, you need to do this, this, and that. So she was making $115,000 a year. So when people would be crossing the border, I've told this story many times, they would just drop the ID and say, hey man, what do you want to be named? And she said that most of the men changed their name. They had families that were not even families with children. They did not even know the diagnoses or any kind of medical history of their children. They were housed at the Red Roof, okay, in Tucson and wherever. And this is very dangerous what we talk about. What we talk about here, I don't like the word super soldier. We fucking earn our fucking stripes, okay? Some of us are commanders here. Don't fuck with us. This is very dangerous what we expose. We expose our life so that you all can be in the know. And then you turn around and call us crazy. Well, fuck off, okay? If you don't like what we say on my channel, get the fuck off my plane. So anyway, I'm just like I've been through it all. I mean, they've removed my buttocks, all of it from hip to hip, stage 3 myxoid liposarcoma. If you guys want to look at my cancer journey, it's on the playlist. What I'm saying is, don't be fooled by these agendas, guys. And I'm done. Any questions for Amaria? And I'll look at the chat as well.
Well said.
Thank you.
This came up for me at the conference. because of something that you said, and I got really emotional. And I think Drago touched on it as well, where um, it this is our lives, and we get targeted sometimes on a daily basis, and it's not like we're not in it for the money or the publicity. We've kind of been forced to come out publicly and speak about things and the targeting and everything, and it is our lives. It's not some shit show that's yeah, I don't really know how to describe it, but you know what I mean.
100%. I had 2 different vehicles multiple times targeted. I had the belt cut. I had acid poured on my auxiliary water pump. Susan had to experience that with me when my car broke down in Vegas. You know,
Remember, you guys were
the
late
person
because
she was with at least did nice enough to at least help me rig the car so I could drive it home. But then it was an indirect attack, but there was food that Misha had given me that got my sons and I poisoned. We had to go and take methylene blue and EDTA. Yeah. And he puked all the way home from Vegas to Pocatello when we lived up there.
I'm
I've been
glad you
hit
brought
by a directed energy weapon that stopped my heart. And that was February 22nd, 2022. How come all the twos? I don't know.
it's the mirrors. Oh my gosh,
It was crazy.
you were supposed to die that day.
But right? I mean, there's something going on. But I've been fighting and working on getting my heart strong again because I've had issues since that. I don't accept that. I reject that. It's not my reality. That's why I've got this. I'm trying to think, what is it? Christina made it. I just want to shout out her. Didn't you guys get or
The
That's
dragon.
the second time today I've seen a dragon just like that.
it's Organite?
I'm gonna come back and show you the dragon that you made. I'll be right back. You guys keep talking.
Oh yeah. Oh, the Ganzonite. Yeah. So the Organite, this is the one that I think my brain, I think her name's Christina Dobbs. Yeah, I think that's her name. She does all the little Organite creations. I saw this and I was like, that's got my name on it. That, and then I've got I have Ganzonite under my feet. I showed this before. I made one for Susan and one for Bill. I just still have to get it out to him.
I've got mine on my pyramid downstairs.
It's a little different energy than the organ energy. The little tube looking thing has plasma GANs in it. And it's similar to the little things I gave you, Soma. And then I had made a little dragon one for Veronica.
This is the dragon
But it's
one.
got the plasma GANs with magnets.
Oh,
And then it's got coils. And the coils do the radionics energy. And so you get an electromagnetic piezoelectric effect. And it just intensifies all the energy with the magnetics and so,
I
yeah.
like it too, Soma.
Aw. You guys are awesome.
I was like, how much, man? Make it for me. I don't care. Make it for me. She put amethyst. I'm a February baby. My dragon's in there. And then there's a little hole in here that you can look through. It's not a hole exactly, but it's a little circular thing. It has a gain.
I need to make those again. It's been a
I would,
while.
and then this one too is shungite that I bought at the
Ooh,
gem
how
show, but
fun.
I know she was selling those on her website.
I
So
love
what
shungite.
yes, I put these by my router and then I make my own holy water. This is actually water with shungite and I drink it. I put it out in the sun
That's awesome.
3 days, 3 nights, and I drink it. And it's tap water. A lot of people are saying, why are you drinking tap water? Because you know what? I'm Sheila the She-Hulk and it makes me stronger. I don't give a fuck.
It's funny, I did a test because in June they had a city ordinance with Salt Lake and Murray. No more fluoride in the water. Yes, we won. And I tested it. There's no heavy metals, no fluoride, no chlorine. I'm like, what? I'm drinking tap water. I'm just testing it now and again. But yeah, I'm like amazed. So I think that is really cool that we're getting some wins there.
that they're not doing the fluoride?
In Salt Lake City,
Okay.
they banned it. I don't know if it's just the city of Salt Lake and Murray. I think it might be statewide that it was banned in drinking water. So they're not supposed to do any additives. It's just supposed to be clean water. So far it's testing that way. It's really cool.
It's a huge thing. That's huge.
Yeah, it's really huge. I really feel like we're headed the right way. It's just like the analogy I've told a lot of people, when you swim around in a circle in a swimming pool, it makes you go, right? And you can stop and it'll push you. It's kind of like how the cycle has been, or karma, or anything else that's going. We have to, in order to stop it, it's like all of a sudden we're pushing against it. And so we have to push for a minute, push for a minute, push for a minute. And that's where we're at right now, is we're pushing back. We're pushing back, motherfuckers. And all of a sudden it's going to get really easy, and then it's going to go again, and then we're going to have it in the right direction. So,
I just checked in July, Florida banned fluoride as well in the water.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow.
That's awesome. I wonder how many states did that.
2 so far.
Wow. Well, everyone come to Utah. We could all get some, like, a cool place. Oh my God.
Actually, a good idea.
I mean,
There's a lot of cool stuff in Utah.
oh yeah, there's so much we could all do.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool where we're positioned with the grid marks. It's nice to be able to visit each other when we have.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're definitely holding stuff.
Angelika is here from Poland. Angelika, did you want to say anything?
Yes, first of all, I want to say thank you for inviting me. And this is the topic I love to talk, how to help people get their life back with the natural medicine. And I took a lot of notes, like Dr. Young. Oh my gosh, he's awesome guy. Yes, unfortunately he's in jail, but he's very good doctor. Dr. Bergman, I agree, chiropractor, very good guy. Now, regarding some points, if I may, I don't know when you guys started, but I just started listening. I was a little late, but I've seen one of the supplements that were shown, the magnesium. This was not a good company. You guys have to be careful when you buy supplements. Not all companies are equal. Some of them put a lot of crap, a lot of fillers inside, and they're, instead of helping you, they're actually hurting you. Vitamin B, my suggestion, instead of getting vitamin B6, B complex, get, if you may, of course, nutritional yeast. That is a supplemental that you can supplement that you can get in, for example, Sprouts. They sell it, and has all the vitamin B's inside of them. Probiotics. I don't know if you knew that the minimum you have to get has to be 15 million at least to give you some help. But yes, I am for the food. Fermented food would be number one, and then if we cannot have it, then probiotic would be the next one. Cod liver, same thing. Very good detoxifier. Cod liver or fish oil. Again, you have to pay attention how much DHA is in it. So it has to be minimum of 400. There's a lot of supplements that give you very little. And now I see a lot of you guys had issues with cancer. And I don't know if you or your colleagues that may have cancer as well, tried oxygen therapy, like for example, hyperbaric chambers. They're very, very helpful because they get the oxygen directly to the cells, and that way you cure faster. I have not heard anyone mentioning supplements like MMS, DMSO. I heard methylene blue, which is very good.
I forgot to in my refrigerator. I drink that too. Yeah.
Yeah, they're very powerful. Now,
yeah, I do take some of that one. is really
Yeah.
good.
Yes. And like you said, Dr. Young, oh my gosh, he's a hero. He really is. He was telling the truth that we all have cancerous cells. We all have viruses and bacteria in us. But this is all about, like you mentioned before, the environment, the food we eat, our toxic bodies. We basically all are. Instead of having alkaline bodies, we have acidic bodies. It's not easy to keep it up, especially if we have vaccinated people around us, and they spread shedding. Very easy. They have very easy influence on us, keeping our body down, acidic. I don't know if you know that about that. Oh my gosh, I have so many notes. I can talk about this a lot.
yeah.
But
The
what I
oxygen,
wanted, yes, the
hydrogen.
with the oxygen therapy, the hyperbaric chambers, they're very good, but you have to have at least 12 or 15 sessions to see the effect, and 100% everybody will see it. And I have two types of hyperbaric chambers. Some of them are that you go inside and your entire body is covered in it, or you can have one that the head is sticking up. Both of them are wonderful. Both of them are doing the job. Again, I know we can spend tons of money on supplements, but I go for the nature first. Detoxifying liver. I don't know if you guys know, a lot of medicine that we take, prescription, for example, they help you on one thing, but they are bad for the other organs or other systems. There is, I don't know if anybody heard about Andra Moritz. He was from Germany. Of course, he's dead now because he wanted to help people. He was the one who was sharing that we have to detoxify the liver and the gallbladder. Again, now we know it's not just the drugs that we take, but also the food we eat, the chemtrails, everything that is surrounding us. In today's days, we have to basically detox very often, but we have to change the things that we do, because if we're gonna take the same supplement or doing the same methods, they eventually they're gonna get weaker. So that's why I have to alternate. Facial, for example, is very good as a detoxifier too. I don't know if you guys knew that. Helps for brain a lot if you have issues with brain memory. There's a lot of things. I was not prepared. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were gonna have a topic like this. I'll prepare a lot. Now the
Oh,
masterpiece.
I think you're very prepared. You're doing an excellent job. That's awesome. Thank you for adding to that, because I'm totally with you. I didn't realize that the nutritional yeast was that good for you. I love the taste. We eat it on salads and eggs and stuff. I'm like, I'm gonna have to get more of that.
Yes. Yes, because remember, everything we put in our body has to be processed, okay? And the more we put processed, like even the supplements, you don't know what they put in it. Like I said, there's a lot of fillers. The magnesium that you are showing, this is a bad company. You cannot take it. There is, just take it away. It's bad.
Maria. Oh gosh, don't tell me it's the one, the green one, the
The green, yeah.
Oh my gosh, they sell that. Oh, you guys, that's where I
You know
get
who
it.
makes good magnesium is made by the company called Calm, CALM.
Oh, I have Calm.
I do like that one. It make a really good drink.
Yes. So they're pretty good. Oh, what I wanted to share, I mean, I texted you guys, but I don't know if everybody read this. The Masterpiece Detoxifier that you mentioned. I know I've seen for the first time on Dr. Young's website, but who is selling it and you can buy it from is that we all met, is the vaccine police. I forgot his name, but he was the one. who
The crazy
Let's
was
guy?
support
selling it.
Cheryl. Hey guys, let's support Cheryl. She's the one that I got it from. Cheryl Lee Arbogast. She's the nurse that had the Tesla med bed. I want to support Cheryl. So if you want to
Oh my
get it,
God.
let's go to Cheryl. I
I
really
love
Okay.
love
Cheryl.
Cheryl. She's been helping me to save, but yeah, that's where I got it was Cheryl. And I
Ooh,
would
send me
love
the links.
to, yeah, I'll look it up and have her give that to me and I'll give you her link. As I just
Yeah.
signed up to get it. I haven't, like I said, I would like to become a distributor, but at this point, if anyone's gonna get it, just get it now and use it and use Cheryl. She's amazing.
Oh, you guys, and Angelika, we're of course you can still, send me the links for the other crazy guy. He was so loud and crazy. I thought I was gonna have to kick him out. I'm like, you're
I had
everybody,
to.
we're trying to eat. No, okay, real quick. So I got Calm, which is a powdered
Oh, yeah.
drink mix, Micro Vitality Calm Magnesium Citrate Supplement non-GMO. You can
Mhm.
get this at Calm.
That's
I
your
drink
Yeah.
the
This
too.
this is a
food.
mhm.
It's Cell Food. I put 10 drops in my water. It's disgusting, but I drink it anyway. It's called Cell Food. Makes 22 quarts, dietary supplement. And then I drink the tea, but I also ordered it in guys, I drink so much crap that my family's like, Mom. Okay, unrefined soursop oil. It's for your face, but I put it in, I take it. I take a drop under my tongue. And I take the tea because that tea you can either do the organic or it's disgusting. Or you can do the what you call it, the tea leaves. Soursop, that one helped me so much. Every morning before I eat, I boil my water. Boiling your water, guys, and eating hot soup that is above a certain number of Celsius or Fahrenheit, whatever they call it, is very healing. This also organic lymphatic support.
Just
I
make sure
haven't,
it's fluoride-free water. Because
huh?
if you boil, if just make sure it's fluoride-free water. Because if you boil water with fluoride, it turns into fluorine, and it's a stronger version. I
Wow.
think it's called
I
fluorine.
didn't know that.
Anyway, it's been a while.
Well, I gotta tell you, this body of mine is so strong. I'm O negative blood type. I used to drink the water that Raytheon, thank you, motherfucker, Raytheon. They dumped a bunch of radiation in our water when I lived on the south side, the poor side of town. They dumped that. And what do you think? It affects our bones, it affects our mental, it affects our heart, it affects everything, our central nervous system. And my mom didn't have enough money to sue them, but that's Raytheon for you. And then right now on the south side of town, where I used to work in the city of South Tucson, in the poor side of town as well, they are making an AI, artificial intelligence. They're about to make this, I guess Silicon Valley. They're making like little cities, because remember the AI has its own little, the tiniest particles, even Planck technology that you can't see, but they have their own cities. They even have their own cities in Phoenix, and Japan is the #1 dealer in Japan, in Phoenix, for these, we'll just say Microsoft agenda, okay? Because I can get in a lot of trouble. But anyway, they're dumping radiation on the south side as we speak, and I'm putting it out there. Even ChatGPT, I know there's a meme saying, hey, if you use ChatGPT, they're going to lie to you, but it's not really about that. It's about if you keep asking AI, which is ChatGPT itself, it uses Mother Earth's energy. I don't know how to explain it. My daughter, she was explaining it to me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, then they're dumping it here on the south side. Like I said, I don't have more information, but that's what I have. And we just all around have to shield ourselves. You can go online, and there's I've always wanted, I haven't been able to get it, but I will soon, hopefully. I'll just have to save for it. You guys, there's like the lead protector for your chest. I've always wanted one. Why do you think when they give us x-rays and shit like that, they go out of the room, but then they put lead stuff on us? There's actually lead blankets, I'm not kidding, or EMF protections you can put on the wall. Yeah, there are also Faraday cages that you can make with copper. Look that stuff on YouTube, and that's why
There's a
us.
paint you can get as well to paint the house.
Yes.
Yeah, yellow, the color yellow. Einstein discovered it on accident. They were doing some sort of radiation test, and the janitor walked by and he was wearing a yellow shirt. And the meter that was testing it went to 0 and came back on. And they were trying to figure out, get that guy. What did he do? Megan, bring him back here. Why is this not reading radiation? And it took him a few tries of walking back and forth when he was like, give me your shirt. Einstein's pretty smart and figured it out. And so it has something. That's why the radiation sign is a yellow triangle thing, because it's that color of yellow.
That is awesome, Amaria. I thought it was going to be the color blue, but I'm going to piggyback on that shit. You know me, all right? You know the color yellow is also for non-gender, and they use it a lot in the Hollywood videos and movies. Yellow. That way they have a kid wearing yellow. They
That's so
have
crazy.
yeah, it's gender neutral
Wow.
because they want the fucking like the movie Transcendent. They want us to be like, when the spider marries the scorpion thing, what is
Right.
that painting chapel when the human is touching the, demon, which
Oh,
is
the
an
transgenderism or transhumanism.
there you go. And it's gender
That
neutral. And
that's
I've
like the
done,
cyborgs.
yes,
That's
yes.
what they were doing to people in Kruger.
Yes.
I remember
You
having
have the
a cyborg arm in eye.
oh girl, we can go on and on. But real quick, that movie War of Worlds, that shit is real with Ice Cube. I'm like, thank you, Ice Cube, fucker. Finally, someone from Hollywood, And then he's talking about there's these AI things that have blood in them. They actually are biosynthetic with cybertronics. That's the
John
worst
talks
that comes.
about it in his book, John Whitberg, and the man with the periwinkle eyes that's on YouTube. It's a free book, and it talks about that. He's got 2 different ones. He's writing book 3, but they talk about that. Those cybernet, like the organism it's like an android with flesh.
Yes. Now,
Weird.
a lot of people are going to trip out because there's armies already, thousands and thousands of insectoid, which are I've seen them in the astral. They've talked to me. It's the mantids with the human. Okay. And it was a ball. There was like a black and white ball at one of the churches in the vision. And it was like a vision flashback dream that I had. And I went to the closet to see, well, what am I going to wear? I don't want to wear black or white. I always wear black. I'll just wear maybe pink, something out of the ordinary. Sheila, she's never gonna like conform to any other fucking rules. So then I went and I was like, look in the closet, and then the mantis being comes and he waves at me. He goes to the water because there's like a water faucet. He was like drinking water. His whole body is a manta, the mantis, and his head. He can't breathe here on Earth, so they have to wear those special clear glass over their head. And his face was a man's face, but he had big old goggle glasses on. And he waves again, and then he goes, and he shows me his kid in his palm. So the kid has a little tiny praying mantis body and a big old human head with the globe around him as well, because he can't, breathe our air. And I'm like, holy fuck. And I've also had mantids, come and save us. I don't know if it was Susan or Maria with me, but it was during the time that James Rink in one of the flashbacks. I know I'm going off topic real quick, but he had put some kind of claymore in our hotel, and it was during a conference. And this was in one of my visions in 2018, and he didn't want us to get out. So somehow there was a woman with him, and somehow I was able to detonate that, but without causing any major event. And then I took all the paperwork, because I had a black and white suit, all the paperwork on the bed. It was all of our records, and we ran. And I'm pretty sure it was Susan and Maria. I don't know who else, but there was a handful of women with me. And I'm pretty sure it's you guys, because I even wrote it down on, but you know what I mean? It's like, I can't put it out there until you guys have that memory or have a reading and say, yeah, I see it. I'm not wanting to implant that on you guys because that's just my memory. But then we go outside and the mantids have their ship. It's an egg-shaped ship with a square window, and then they throw the rope down, which is, the stair, the ladder rope, and we take off. And I've also seen them here. I've had pictures of them parachuting along with the Dracos, because some of the Alpha Dracos with the black Dracos will work with the mantids and the military, mainly the Navy, Army, you know, all of them, the parachuting. And anyway, I'm going off topic, but let's talk about health. Jack Flynn says, fresh parsley naturalizes sodium fluoride. What do you think? Anyone?
Oh, I guess I thought I was muted for a second. Moringa is really good too with that. I think parsley is awesome. I love
Yeah, moringa is
herbs.
really good to heal.
Yes.
There's actually, oh, I don't have, I'm wondering if my, trying to think of my book. The book is called Moringa, the Healing Tree, I believe. It's by Dr. Monica Marco. She's a French doctor. I met her. That's the only book that I've ever seen, and it's backed with science that proves that moringa heals cancer. And I can say that because it says it in the book, and it's backed up by doctors, it's backed up by scientific research. Moringa heals cancer, and that's on that book. So Dr. Monica Marco, I think it's Markeu, something like that. And then it's the Moringa Healing Tree. I'd have to look at the book. It's in my house, but excellently written. She has so much information in that book, and I was flabbergasted. But yeah, we take our moringa on occasion. It's expensive. It tastes like crap, but it's really good for you.
You know what though? I used to buy cases of moringa from California.
Oh, did you?
And they like wine bottles, but they're
Mm-hmm.
moringa. That shit was so good. Excuse my language. I cuss a lot. And
Oh,
this
nice.
is not okay, it's not Illuminati. Don't be saying this. Okay. So it's excellent. And cases and cases, because my mother-in-law used to buy it for my father-in-law back in the day. He contracted a disease. I'm not going to say what it is here, but we would drink that religiously every day, and I became a member. And but you know, I haven't drank it. Also there's a good prickly pear, the nopales, what do you call the green thing here? The cacti. They
The
have
little cactus.
the little flower.
Yeah, those are good too. I like that. And
I've heard,
aloe. Oh, go
And
ahead.
Go ahead, Tom.
sorry, I've heard that dandelion root or the weeds,
Yes,
dandelion.
dandelion root is a chelator for the blood, so it helps detoxify the blood. That's a Native American medical thing here, but I think there's a lot of other Ayurvedic people that use dandelion root. And then the leaf and the flower is supposed to have something as well, but I've only really used the root medicinally. It's really good for spike proteins because it has suramin in it, which is also with white pine, but you have to be very careful that it's the white pine that you can eat because there are pine trees that are poisonous and you can get poisoned. So if you use white pine needle, make sure it's the correct one. But yeah,
Yes.
the dandelion root has the suramin in it.
That's interesting because I read recently that pine needles make a really good tea.
It's a really good tea. I like it. It's
dandelion
kind of
is bitter though.
kind of astringent. Like it makes you feel like if you get a lot of the oils, your mouth feels kind of numb. It makes my lips feel funny if I get it really strong. But I liked chewing on needles anyway.
Oh gosh, girl.
And nettles are really good.
Here.
I want to get a white pine tree. It'll be so cool.
Hey, Michael, thanks, ladies. Please share the link if you don't mind on the live of Moringa. You shared that here on the chat. I don't know if you can see our show is still online. But anybody else have anything else? You know, okay, did you guys go to the table over there, the healing table? This guy,
The
I forget
Tesla
his
medbed.
name. No, I
I
did the
loved
Tesla
it.
medbed for
Oh,
I
did
loved it. I
you?
felt
It
I needed
it's really
that.
helped me go back where I've needed to be, as I was struggling because of the aluminum toxicity, like with narcolepsy at work, like driving, because I drive patrol, and just like waking up going, ugh, that's scary.
Yeah. Oh, that was weird. I didn't do that.
Oh, what's
That was
Oh,
me.
cool.
You
Oh,
couldn't
yes.
share it.
I didn't do that. Did I do that? Did I do that? Okay, so Moringa, the ultimate guide preventing over 300 diseases with nature's healing tree.
Marcel.
And then
Mike.
there's, I wonder if Dr. Monica's book is on there. How much time do we have? Because I could probably run in the house really quick and see.
Let's not forget about how we have medicinal mushrooms that help
Yes.
brain synapse.
Oh,
Yes.
I make these and sell them. I have a lion's mane, turkey tail, and cordyceps one. This one, and I made that right before my dad died. So that was the one I was using to help with depression. And then I make a bunch of different ones. This is a reishi one, and let me see. See, this is good for to keep you from having Alzheimer's. Reishi's good for that. And then I make a super 7 one with all the 7 medicinal mushrooms, and they're non-psychoactive. I mean, you can get ones that are psychoactive, like it's good to microdose, but these are non-psychoactive ones, so they really help heal your brain. And that's another thing. Mushrooms are really good for cancer too, to help heal you from that.
you know what's funny is when Chad had sent me G Taylor, thank you for the links. You're welcome. He sent me some mushrooms, the red and white ones. Ooh, miracle treat, thank you. Who wrote it again? The book?
Dr. Monica Marco.
Ah, Monica Marco. Okay. That's for the Moringa, right?
Yes, this is the book that shows the scientific research on how moringa heals the body from cancer and other metabolic diseases, which she said that they've been working with different countries of people that have been extremely malnourished, and they actually give this to babies that are nursing because it's so nutrient dense. It helps the mamas that are struggling to give breast milk, and they give the baby the moringa. That's how safe it is that a newborn can eat it.
Yes. I'm gonna have Michael look up the book if you don't mind, Michael, please. On Amazon, see if it's there. Or
Can you see her name? Let's see.
spell it for him, please.
It is Monica, Monica G. Marcu, Marcu. I don't know if that's showing up or not.
We can see it though. Angelika, do you have anything to say? I wanted to show you guys this. Rise, I just
Oh,
bought
those
it.
are good. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to tell you, Susan, I'm getting something here from me. I need you to please start making your coffee with your mushrooms and your
Oh,
magic.
I can do that. The reason I started making the tinctures was one of my clients stopped by a organic mushroom farm out here in Iowa. They're locally grown Iowa mushrooms, and he's like, "Hey, what can you do with medicinal mushrooms? And which ones do I need?" And I said, all 7 of those that are on the list, and I made him mushroom tea because basically the recipe was to mix the 7 medicinal mushrooms, do like a half and half blend with espresso and that. And that was pretty good. But then I thought, I'm not getting as much of the nutrients out of here as I could if I made a tincture. So then I started researching the tinctures because I already make other tinctures, and that's pretty easy to do.
How do you drink it? How many drops? In water or just under your tongue? The mushroom tincture.
Oh, I always I just get like a shot glass and I put the 3 Wiseman in there, and then I put my different tinctures. Like if I'm feeling kind of nasally, I might put a mullein and marshmallow in there. And sometimes it's just 1 dropper full. It depends on how big the dropper gets too, because sometimes, it'll only do like 5 drops, and then the other time it'll fill all the way up and you almost get 30. So, yeah, it kind of depends on whether I'm feeling depressed or not. I'll put extra mushrooms in there.
So Michael's about to put this book up. Thank you, Susan. I'm going to hit you up for some because I drink that 3 Wiseman and I've been feeling so good. I mean, you said it tasted yucky, but it actually tastes pretty good. Okay, Miracle Tree. Go ahead, Michael, if you don't mind reading it, Michael. What does it say? You're muted. Michael. Michael. He's muted. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Unmute yourself, please. I'm asking you to unmute.
You're muted, Michael. Oh,
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
I forgot I muted myself and I held the space bar down and said it would unmute me and apparently didn't. But it says The Miracle Tree was written by Dr. Monica Marceau, PharmD and PhD, as a result of her study of medicinal plants and her definitive research of one of the greatest trees, the Moringa oleifera. This book defines the hundreds of substances such as vitamins, enzymes, amino acids, fats, minerals, specific phytochemicals, each with clear importance and numerous applications in healing and nutrition.
I recommend it highly.
where is the moringa tree native to?
I know they have some in California.
They have to be in a tropical environment or in a greenhouse. It's kind of like a
Michael-
lemon or a lime tree. You have to make sure it just doesn't freeze in the wintertime.
Michael,
But you
did
can
you
grow
know?
them. Like I've got some seeds. I just don't have a good place to grow them, but I'll show you what if it looks up. This is kind of what it looks like, a sketch of the trees. Can you see it? I know there's light. The
Yeah.
seed comes in a pod and then it's kind of a funny little round seed. And then it makes a scraggly looking tree. You can look on YouTube and they show a lot of videos of people that are using the moringa.
It says it's native to the foothills of the Himalayas.
That's so
Ooh,
cool.
you know
It
what?
thrives in dry, nutrient-poor soil where the other plants can grow.
Michael, can you look up Black Lotus Shilajit? I take this stuff. It's
Oh, the
200 milligrams.
shilajit's so good.
She
I
says it's
love
Shilajit.
that.
I say Shilajit. It's a
Can-
little black pill, which reminds me, I haven't taken it today because I did the other teas, but every morning I do this little pill and then you put it in water and you let it dissolve and you drink it. And this stuff here, oh shoot, where are my glasses? I don't know. Maybe Michael, can you look that up? It says 100% pure and raw Shilajit is spelled Shilajit. And it has so many minerals and nutrients. And when you guys said Himalayan, when Michael said Himalayan, this is older than the pink Himalayan salt. Pretty much black goo from Earth. I drink that. Have you guys heard of that?
No?
No.
Yeah, that's good
Yeah,
stuff.
Oh, Sheila, I take it that I've been taking that on and off for a year, so.
It
But
helps you to go poop.
You know what else is good? Blue Lotus. I like taking that. It's a tincture and it's usually a glycerite, so it tastes sweeter and it'll help you get into meditation mode faster.
And Susan, I was looking at your website earlier, and can you share for the audience what your website is? Because you've got loads of you do loads of healing stuff on your website.
Oh yeah, I've been doing that for a couple of years now. I actually make the salves for this cancer network, and that's RSO Healing for All. And he's got a couple of pages, but I make his juniper ginger salve, but I call it Three Wise Men salve. And that one's really good. It has frankincense, myrrh, ormus, which is monatomic gold, yerba santa, 2 types of cinnamon, juniper berries, and ginger. And then there's 7 butters in it. It has CBD and RSO in it, and it's really good for inflammation. And one of my clients out here, her elderly father broke his kneecap, and she bought some from me because I keep so many for payment for making this for him. And he put it on his knee, and it took his inflammation down. She said, his daughter that was in my class. And a lot of the stuff I end up making for like the magnesium spray with the MSM and the Serenity. I had a client with restless legs, so I'm thinking, oh, what can I make? And then I'll find, my favorite calming essential oil, and that helps. And you can put the magnesium oil on wherever you're hurting. Like if your head hurts, you pulled your neck, just be careful because the magnesium, it does have salt in it. So will sting if you have little cat scratches on you, but it goes away shortly. It's just, like walking into salt water. And I also put my healing energy into a lot of these things. But yeah, I've got two websites. One's all for my local stuff, and then the other one's for my online stuff, because this is what I do for work. Do CFT. I'm a massage therapist. I do fasciashi. I'm a Usui and Holy Fire Reiki master, and then I'm certified in some more energy work stuff. And I make these and sell them locally and online. Just different stuff to help people. Like so my clients have arthritis, so I was making the comfrey salves, and then that mom's balm is really awesome because that's comfrey, yarrow, and plantain. And I was surprised how well some of my stuff works, because I was in here in my office and I didn't see this wasp, and it stung me through my bathrobe one morning when I was getting my office ready for a client. And I had just made that one, and I knew it was also good for bug bites and bee stings. And I put it on, within 5 minutes, I couldn't feel the wasp sting anymore. This son of a gun's hurt for a while. I was like, wow. And then
Casey really loves your Three Wise Men salve. That is so good when his back gets to bugging him.
Yeah.
And then when he tore out his calf muscle snowboarding, and I put that on it, and it really helped tame the pain.
What's really good is like take a bath, make sure you have nothing on you, and put some DMSO on it first, and that'll help. And the salve on, and that'll help it penetrate deeper. Because I'm thinking about making another batch with that. We almost did this last time, but I guess we didn't have the funds to put the DMSO in it.
I
I heard
that'd be
about
really cool.
what I use in my bath water is the chips. They're magnesium chips. Have you heard about that, Angelica? And then I put a little bit of borax. I put a shot of apple cider vinegar in there, and then Epsom salt. Oh, black lotus. Okay, so the Shilajit that I was talking about, thank you, Michael. It has 140 milligrams fulvic acid per dose, and it says 100 pure raw Shilajit. Revitalizes with powerful antioxidants and 85 ionic, that's the word I was looking for, minerals sourced from pristine Altai mountains above 16,000 feet. And there it says hormone balance, 85 plus essential vitamins, detoxification and replenishing, brain function, energy, stamina, hair color, nails. Oh my gosh. Just look at that. I take the first one, guys. The one that thanks, Michael. It says pure Shilajit tablets from $43.99. I mean, I noticed that my nails were getting stronger, and I'm tired of taking the iron pills because I'm anemic, because O negatives are blue bloods from the Nephilims, as Rogue Dragon mentioned earlier. And a lot of us have the Nephilim bloodline. I know Michael, I know all of us here pretty much have the Nephilim bloodline.
Yeah, I'm A positive with the O negative marker.
Oh, good. You're a carrier, baby. You're one of us.
Yeah, my mom is O negative and my dad is A positive, but he also has the O negative because I have a sister that's or excuse me, no, he has the A negative. So I know it came from my mom, and I got the A positive because my other sister is A negative, which I thought was interesting. So that's how I figured out that one.
Thanks, you guys. Thank you, everyone.
I didn't.
Ooh, what is that? Sorry.
I just didn't realize that was Nephilim. That's interesting.
Yeah, the O negative. Well, why do you think they're taking care of Mary Magdalene and the Rosicrucian and the templates and all that? We come from Mary Magdalene's bloodline, baby. We are from the. So there's a lot of like people that say, oh, it's all about Jesus. Well, let me tell you, Jesus buried Mary Magdalene. Okay, in one of their timelines, he did not get crucified. The Jeshua 12.
No, he didn't. It was his brother that got crucified. So and he and Mary skipped off in a hay cart.
Yeah, exactly. And those
with the kids.
We're the kids. Yes, Soma. We said it at the same time. Bro, like you guys have to watch Code Breaker Real Talk, man. Buy my t-shirts, buy my books, and everybody supplement here. You know, help each other out. Susan, Amadia, Michael. And then, oh, by the way, Erin Elizabeth needs help to pay her phone and because she's kind of stuck right now in Florida. So if anybody can help her, she's been kicked off, booted off from the internet. Angelika, I gotta go. Anything else you want to say? I want you guys to go around the room real quick. Just last thoughts, how people can get a hold of you. We'll start with Angelika because she's so quiet. Thank you.
I will put I don't have a website, but I will put my email in. I would love to have a meeting like this in the future. And yes, I can share with you guys more information. Just let me know what you're talking about ahead of time.
Same time, next Wednesday, same time, same link, everything. Thank you, Michael. I know you got to go. Let's go with Michael. Thank you, Angelika.
So, Michael, I'm the host of Writing Through the Unknown, and I delve into the unknown, the esoteric, and secret space program. And yeah, and I cover a lot of topics. So, I'm bringing healing modalities into the forefront in my next season. So, look for that. So, I most likely will have Rogue Dragon and Susan on again to promote their stuff. And anybody else that wants to, you can reach out to me. Veronica has my link, and so that is the best way to reach me.
Thank you, Michael. And then Soma, and then Susan, and then Amaria, please.
Hi, so I'm Soma ARah, and my website is somaarah.love. I do Pleiadian channeling and readings, activations, transmissions. I also have some events coming up. Um, so you can check my website for those. Not all of the events are listed yet. In particular, two. One is a Skywatch that I'm doing with my friend and colleague who channels Ranturus, Christy Clark, is in Dublin. So I'm doing a workshop with him in September. And then I'm doing a tour in Bimini with Brandon Niblet, which we're still in the process of organizing, but it'll be a dolphin swim included. And I have other events as well, but most of the other ones are listed on my website.
Oh, it's my turn. I'm Divine Connections with Susan.com. That's my online services and crystals and herbal stuff. And Divine Connections and Susan Long on Facebook. I've got an IG, I've got a TikTok. And that's pretty much it.
Thank you, Susan. Now, Amaria.
There it
What's your
goes. Take
TikTok
a sec.
name, Susan?
So HeartMindExpressions at outlook.com is my email. And then my webcast is, or my webcast, excuse me, my website is kind of a weird one. And so I'll just send that one to post here again. Aw, thanks so much. That's so sweet. Soma is amazing. We stayed at the Airbnb together when we did the conference. She's
That
such
was
a
fun.
sweetheart.
That was so much fun, you guys. I miss you guys. I was going through withdrawals. I miss you guys, all
Aw.
of you.
Yeah, I'm
I-
missing everybody
Yeah,
in the ocean.
you guys
so
as well having withdrawal symptoms. Like, I want to go back.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
I was
I-
saying to my friend Justin the other day, who's also part of the production team behind the
Awesome.
scenes. But I was saying to him the other day, I want to go back.
Yeah, I hope to see him again and everyone. And even Reynaldo, what he did, he made a program for all of us super soldiers to see like what our fortes are. And I took a test, and mine was exhorter and teacher. Soma, did
That's
you do yours?
interesting.
Yeah, mine was the same as yours. We were the only two who had that. All the others were administrative.
Three of us.
Oh,
That's really
three.
cool.
Who else?
Well, you guys, I'm gonna go, but look at these are my junk journals that I make by hand, and I took a bunch over there to, you know, but this one here is Frankenstein because my daughter calls me Frankenstein. I've had 32 surgeries, so this is available. Oh yeah, I gave that one to Soma. Open it if you don't mind. That one's a secret space program underground, and I'm watching Nautilus, and that's me too. I'm Nautilus, and we've you know been on those ships, and you know look at how cute. Yay! And then this one is mermaid. Her name is Vanna. Like, oh, something fell. And then of course my books are on Amazon, which is Sheila and the 99, Sheila Wolverine, Montauk Mars, and the other one is My Life in the Secret Space Program. I recommend you guys read Raped via Biodigital Social Programming by Cyrus Parsa. Thank you so much for showing that. And they just killed off this poor guy named Arthur Furstenberg. I don't mean poor by I feel bad for him because he was awesome. It's called The Invisible Rainbow, and he talks about electricity. Like what happened, people were so addicted to electricity that they even had like instead of phone booths, they had women kissing men because anytime they kissed the woman, they would get zapped by electricity. They were addicted to electricity. Now everybody's addicted to their phones. They killed him because he talked about how bad our phones are and how there's, you know, there was a protection, a blanket over us around the earth, and now it's been hacked. The chemtrails, he talks about all that. So thanks guys for being on. I love you so much. Thank you for being on Codebreaker Real Talk. Just Google my name and you'll find me. I'll put all the links after this show is done. Thank you guys. I love you. Bye. See you later. I love you guys.